Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Let's Play Warframe. I'm your host of the most, as always, Francois878, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Zakti pistol, released in update 21.1. This new status Pox 2.0 pistol is clan tech, so you will need to research it and then buy the blueprint before you can craft it. It's a pretty solid pistol. I didn't like it at first because of its very high recoil, but once I started to learn to adapt to that, it's actually a pretty fun pistol, and it has lots of synergy with other melee weapons, but we're going to talk about that in a separate video. We're just going to look at the Zakti as a singular weapon in this video. As far as base stats go, it's kind of a two-stage weapon. You fire a dart, that deals your physical damage, and then a second later there's an explosion, and that deals your elemental damage types. Now, the dart deals 30 physical damage, mostly in puncture, but it also has a bit of impact, and the elemental gas cloud deals gas damage, 80. It's not a bad little chunk of damage, and it's the first secondary to deal innate gas damage. Now, real quick, I should mention that the dart also has an innate 100% chance to proc impact. So if you land a dart on an enemy, they will always be procced with impact, which staggers enemies. It's great for CC. However, your darts also have a chance to proc all status effects on the weapon. So if you proc blast with that initial dart, they will actually fall over before they stagger. It's really nice. The base stats of the weapon continued: 20% status chance, 2% crit chance, 1.5 crit multiplier, a 3-round magazine, 0.8 second reload with a 5 round per second fire rate. The recoil on this gun is a big no for me, honestly. This weapon has tremendous recoil, and you really have to learn to control it in order to really excel with this weapon. However, once you start landing those shots, it's actually a really powerful weapon against groups of enemies. Now, this is the build that I've got for you guys today. It's a status chance focused build, 100%. The Hornet Strike, Barrel Diffusion, and Lethal Torrent are obviously for your damage, multi-shot, and fire rate, respectively. Then we have all 4 of the dual stat, elemental damage, status chance mods. With all the multi-shot and the dual stat mods, it will bring your status chance up to 95.9. So not quite 100%, unfortunately. I really wish that I could get this weapon to 100%, because I think this weapon would be absolutely killer. Absolutely killer if you could get 100% status chance on this. If anybody has a Riven for it, let me know. Because I think this is a very dangerous weapon if you get that 100%. In the final mod, there is the Primed Heated Charge, just for extra elemental damage, and just to beef that up. I did add 3 Formas to this weapon. It comes with 2 dash polarities. I did Forma one of those dash polarities out because I didn't need 2. So, but I just added 3 V polarities on there. Overall, you want to focus on hitting body shots with this weapon 100%. It's not like the Pox. The Pox is a little different in that the Pox, you're not necessarily aiming at enemies, you're aiming at the ground under the enemies to try and get as many of those, as many procs as possible, and it's really a choke point weapon where you set up in a hallway and you can just toss Pox grenades into the hallway. This is a lot more active. You definitely have to do a lot more precision shooting to make sure that you have the opportunity to land as many procs as humanly possible. This is it's a potential for a very dangerous weapon. It also synergizes with melee weapons very well. Like I said, we're going to be talking about that in a separate video, but the Zakti in and of itself is a powerhouse. It strips armor very well. It procs pretty much any status chance you could think of with pretty solid reliability, and it's just a lot of fun to use. It's something that's a little different. The way the dart explodes and gives you another chance to proc status effects is unique and interesting, and I like that. And it's just something, it's when I first saw it, I thought it was just another generic pox weapon, but it's really not. It's something a little different, and I like that a lot. The only thing that I would really watch out for is that recoil. That recoil is so bad. I end up missing half of my shots easily because of just because of the recoil. And the fire rate for this weapon is actually fairly impressive. It's a lot better than the Pox's fire rate, but you can never really take advantage of it because you need to be careful and try and land your shots. And it's kind of a weird combination that you can't really take advantage of the faster fire rates. But it's a solid weapon, and if you're a big fan of the Pox, I highly recommend you check this weapon out because it's definitely worth your time. It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid, and the design is really great. It's a triple barrel pistol, and I think that's just very sexy. It's got a very Dillinger look to it, the Dillinger pistol, and I think that's just absolutely awesome. All of the collection items usually are pretty sexy, but I definitely like the look of this one and the Guandao. But thank you guys very much for watching. Please let me know what you think of the Zakti in the comment section down below, and hit like and subscribe and all that bullshit, and we'll see you next time. Until then, I've been your host of the most, Francois878, signing off.